Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to Chapter 4.3, Rocks and Minerals. Last week's lesson, we learned about the three different types of rock: metamorphic, igneous, and sedimentary rock. In tonight's lesson, we're going to take a look at these three essential questions. What are the properties of rocks and minerals? Why are some minerals called gems? And what are rocks and minerals used for, and products that we use in our everyday life? And this is just a list of materials you're going to need for tonight's Instagrams. You're going to need your Science Interactive Notebook, blue Instagram notebook, your positive attitude, and a pencil. So go ahead and grab those if you have not grabbed them yet, and you can pause me and then go ahead and resume whenever you're ready. In your Science Interactive Notebook on a clean sheet of paper, go ahead and write down these three essential questions. What are the properties of rocks and minerals? Why are some minerals called gems? And what are rocks and minerals used for? Throughout tonight's lesson, we are going to answer these three questions, and at the very end, you're going to be able to see the answers if you don't catch them throughout the lesson. Tonight's first word is the word mineral. Mineral is a solid, naturally occurring substance that is not a plant or an animal. An example of a mineral is a diamond, and another example of a mineral is salt. And we're going to talk about hardness a little bit later on, but you do need to know that a diamond is the hardest mineral. As you know, there are many rocks and minerals out there. So how we describe rocks and minerals, we use a property. A property is any characteristic of matter that you can observe. So for example, when you're talking about rocks and minerals, you can describe the hardness, luster, cleavage, streak, color, or any other way to describe that rock or mineral. So again, any way we describe it is using a property, and a property is any characteristic of matter that you can observe. One of those properties is describing the luster of a mineral. The way a mineral reflects light is its luster. So you can either have a non-metallic or a metallic mineral. And again, luster is the way a mineral reflects the light. Another property we can use to describe minerals is its streak. A streak is the color of powder left when a mineral is rubbed against a hard, rough surface. Anytime you do a streak test, you can identify what mineral you actually have. As you can see on the right-hand side, a lot of these minerals look very similar in color. But if you do a streak test, you'll notice that all four of them give a very different color. So that's how you would tell the different minerals if you can't tell it by its color. Our next Instagram and another property you can use to describe rocks and minerals is its hardness. Hardness is how well a mineral resists scratching. Now when you do a scratch test, you can use three different items as shown in the pictures here. You can use your fingernail, you can use a penny, and you can use an iron nail. And depending upon how this is scratched is depending upon the hardness of a mineral. Now minerals like talc will be able to be scratched by all three of them because it is the softest mineral. The mineral like diamond won't be able to be scratched by any of these because it is the hardest mineral. So that's how you tell a mineral's hardness is based on a scratch test. Our last word for tonight is a gem. A gem is a mineral that's valued for being rare and beautiful. You can also call them gemstones. Alright, after you have completed your Instagrams with the picture, hashtag, sentence, definition, and word, and make sure they're all correct, go ahead and get out your Science Interactive Notebooks again, and we're going to go ahead and answer our essential questions. The first essential question we came to was, what are the properties of rocks and minerals? Well, we learned that some properties used to describe rocks and minerals are color, luster, streak, and hardness. So those are the main four properties used to describe rocks and minerals. Alright, our second essential question is, why are some minerals called gems? Some minerals are called gems because they are rare and beautiful. There are many different rocks and minerals that you use in everyday life and you may not have known it. So our question was, what are rocks and minerals used for? Rocks and minerals are used in everyday products such as pencil lead, toothpaste, if it has fluoride, salt, and baby powder, which is talc. So as you know, there are several rocks and minerals that you use in your everyday life, and now you know what those rocks and minerals are. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight to learn more about rocks and minerals. I will see everybody in class tomorrow. Be prepared to go over these essential questions as well as the vocabulary words. Have a good night, everybody.